on our debate this evening. Let's first quickly introduce our panelists, and then I'm going to go into a short news report on what's happened on OROP, and then we begin the debate. Ajay Kumar and Sambit Patra of the Congress and the BJP, Dr Santosh Mehrotra, Professor of Economics at JNU, who feels the veterans are asking for too much, also cynical about the demand, is Sunil Alagh, who says OROP cannot be a financial thing in perpetuity. Taking them on is General P Singh, Kargil War Hero, Wing Commander K Sharma, Treasurer of the United Front of Ex Servicemen, Commodore J Singh, Defence Analyst, and Brigadier Mahalingam, all brave and proud veterans. Now, I want to begin by asking General P Singh, Kargil War Hero, joining us from Delhi today. Sir, how do you feel, General Singh? You know, there are six ex-servicemen, 6 veterans. Yes, sir. Sir.
I am, thank you for the promotion, but I am Major.
Yes, Major DP Singh, sorry. Major DP Singh, I'm really sorry about that, but it doesn't matter. You are a Kargil War Hero, and I want to know from you how you feel that 6 veterans today are on hunger strike. 2 of them have been hospitalized. Has this gone on for too long?
Well, of course, yes, because, you know, I think there are some such thoughts are being taken that like any other trade union, perhaps army will also, you know, break very fast. But all these veterans have fought wars. Let's remember that they have not even budged in the war zones. So forget it that, you know, they are going to get up from this place, come what may, till they actually achieve their aim. Nobody can force them. If you are checking the perseverance, then you're most welcome. You can very well check, but they're not going to lose it.
Yeah, but why Wing Commander K Sharma, you know, have you seen the determination flag? Last time I think you and I spoke a couple of weeks back, we met in Delhi. Since then, have you seen the determination flag as the government is testing the veterans' patience?
If anything, it is getting very much stronger. The army does not, the services do not believe in the word flag. And I don't think, as DP is very correctly said, I don't think the people have realized who they are taking on. We are not the kind of people who start a small little strike here and a strike there and then walk away. And the worst part is that we have absolutely no idea what this nation is trying to say as to why can't they give it. They just keep telling us to reduce our demand, but they do not say what are they talking of.
So why don't Sambit Patra, you tell the people
this is the question I also want to ask.
Okay, Major, go ahead.
I want to ask this question that we have been time and again told that principally it is approved, but there are some doubts. But what are these doubts? Can't we sit across the table and finalize those doubts? I don't think, you know, who is the top man in the Ministry of Defence? It is the Defence Minister. And when Defence Minister in the month of February itself has closed the file and submitted further, that means there is no doubt among the veterans, among the serving soldiers, among the Defence Minister, among anybody else there. So what are these actual questions? Why the questions are not being shared at any place, any news report that these are the things which we are actually deliberating still? I'm asking this humbly.
I think we need an answer. So, Sambit Patra, this delay in implementing OROP has unfortunately compelled, and last time you were on a Newsa program, you touched the feet of one of our veterans and you said, I bow before you and what you've done. But it has compelled 6 ex-servicemen to go on hunger strike for 9 days now. Havildar Sahib Singh is on hunger strike. Colonel Pushpender Singh, who is on hunger strike, has been admitted to hospital after his death deteriorated. Colonel Pushpender Singh is diabetic. He was on hunger strike since August 16th. His condition is stabilized now, but he has pledged to continue his strike from hospital. You have compelled ex-servicemen to this. What is the reason for the delay? You really need to explain.
Arnab, you're extremely right. Everyone has a right to ask the government, a right to ask me, and I have to give an answer because this is a very serious issue. Arnab, these are very uneasy scenes, scenes in Jantar Mantar where we see people of a father's age fasting, their health deteriorating, they've been rushed to the hospital. These are not scenes which, I don't want to do any politics over here, but these are very disturbing scenes. Yes, you are right to say that the government is not feeling well about all this. The government is a very sensitive government. It's but natural that a sensitive government is sensitively reacting to this whole thing, and that's the reason as to why what I'm seeing through your news reports, there are emergency meetings going on. That shows that sensitivity of this government, that shows the commitment of this government. See, I as a spokesperson would not know the technicalities as to why the final push to OROP is just waiting, but I as a citizen of this country have firm faith on our Prime Minister who kept the tricolour as the witness, this time from the ramparts of the Red Fort. He said that let the tricolour be the witness, that principally this government wants to roll out OROP. And I firmly believe that Mr. Narendra
So what
Modi,
is the reason for the delay? Havildar Major Singh gave up drinking water since yesterday. You have compelled.
I want to ask Mr.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. I think Brigadier Mahalingam also wants to come in, but go ahead. Major Singh.
Mr. Patra, I want to also ask, we were together on 26th of July also in another channel, and you were very humble and polite towards the veterans. I appreciate that. But let me ask you a question that if you are so much sensitive, would you allow your father, or at the age of 90, at the age of 80, actually sitting in so much of a heat and humidity there and getting dehydrated from morning till evening, and they are on the hunger strike? Why not anybody coming forward and sharing this sensitivity down there on the ground?
And it is said further, Sambit.
Absolutely right.
No, Sambit, it is said further.
Yes.
Oh, don't make it an emotional issue. Now, Mr. Patra, it is an emotional issue. It is an emotional issue when Havildar Major Singh, who is 60 years old, continues his hunger strike, even though doctors have called for him to be shifted to the hospital. He has refused to be hospitalized. It is an emotional issue. And you made the promise.
I agree.
Nobody put a gun to the BJP's head and say, promise the veterans, and then after the election say, we have implemented your promise, and then say, now let's negotiate. Did you tell the veterans, Ms. Dr. Patra, we are making a negotiable promise before the elections? No, you didn't. You made a flat promise. Now you realize these people are not vote banks. So you will give money where there are vote banks in Bihar. You will give 1.25 lakh crores. Tell me, Dr. Patra, is the color of money different when it comes to the veterans? Where does money grow on trees when you give it for a package in Bihar? I don't understand the sheer logic of it. Money has the same color everywhere. I presume Brigadier Mahalingam is also very angry, and so is Commodore J Singh. Yes. 1 second, let them speak.
But I think the color of blood is different for veterans.
No, 1 second.
Let me budge here. I think the color of blood is different for veterans.
Okay.
Because whenever there is any eventuality, the blood is always given by a Fauji.
Fine.
But blood is always given by a Fauji. So does he carry a different blood?
Well, I don't know. All I know is that a very ultra-generous election package was given to Bihar with an eye to the elections in October. I know that the war veterans are not an identifiable vote bank. I simply don't understand how the money comes up for Bihar but does not come up for the... I'll see your hand go up, Sambit, but here the other side. Commodore J Singh, 2 hands. Commodore J Singh first, please. Yes, Commodore J Singh. Yes, go ahead.
I am very upset and I'm very angry about the whole thing, because this very party, BJP, on every occasion, on every slight opportunity, from the floor of the parliament and from every forum, they start shouting, don't teach us nationalism, don't teach us patriotism. And these pseudo-nationals and these pseudo-patriots need to go to Jantar Mantar and learn the lessons from these the men with golden hearts who have given their youth for this country, to learn a lesson of patriotism and nationalism from them. They are making a fool of the...
No, why the delay?
And I want to tell here
why
that
the delay?
This particular BJP was united. They've shown a remarkable unity behind 2 tainted ministers, but they don't have any unity for this this noble cause? Where is RSS? Where is BHP? Where is Bajrang Dal? Where is BJP and their allies like Kali Dal, Jantar Dal? And you have the other lot of parties here in this country like Congress, who is also saying, then you have
Congress
these,
did nothing.
MIM, the Muslim Islamic organizations, you have Church of India, you have all kinds of parties here. Where are their workers? Because Indian Army, these servicemen have fought for everyone, for every citizen of this country. They have not fought for any party, any particular community. We fight for the Republic of India. And where have they gone now? It is most unfortunate that BJP has been...
I once again ask tonight,
has been absolutely weak.
please, let's not go around in circles. Explain the reasons for the delay. Can't keep saying we intend to. Tell us and then let us debate. What is the reason for the delay? Can anyone tell me? Sambit, can you tell me? I see that. I want to hear it from Sambit. What is the reason for the delay? A, just one simple predominant reason for the delay.
Arnab, I don't want to interject in this very important debate. And most importantly, I have always mentioned that I may love to lose 1,000 such, I can afford to lose 1,000 such debates, but I dare not lose.
What is the reason for the delay, Mr. Patra?
No, see, I told you, Arnab, very humbly I submit to the House today over here, present on Times Now.
waffle, yaar.
I, as a spokesperson, naturally would not know what the reason is.
You don't know the reason for the delay, Dr. Patra? Can anyone tell me what the reason for the delay is?
Okay. We should not be privy.
Okay, those are pictures, Mr. Parikar, leaving Rajnath Singh's residence.
But I'm sure
Manohar
that
Parikar.
all our ministers are meeting and discussing means that the ice would be broken.
Well, it has to be broken, but it appears to me that the veterans are really having to push the government. What's the reason for the delay? Santosh Mehrotra, you want to guess what the reason for the delay is? Go ahead. Go ahead and then let's debate it.
Yes, Arnab, I think it's fairly clear what the reason for the delay is, because the numbers are getting crunched. What are the implications of increasing it by X, of increasing it by Y in fiscal terms? You know, let me put some facts on the table. It's absolutely critical that, you know, instead of getting our emotions up, we should put some facts, because so far we've had more heat than light on this matter. The first point that needs to be remembered...
No, it is an emotional issue.
So,
let's be clear about it. I think you are being slightly patronizing towards the veterans when you say let's not be emotional.
Can you just
It is an
hear me
emotional
out,
issue. I can hear you.
On the facts, the defense forces have had a bad deal for the last 30 years. About 40 years ago, their pensions as well as their starting salaries were higher than that of the civil services. But about 30 years ago, that changed. The bias went in favor of the IS and the IPS. And the last 30 years, the bias in favor of the IS and the civil services
are you saying there's no money?
And therefore, there is a correction needed.
No, are you saying there's no money? No, are you saying there's no money to give them the one rank, one pension?
No, I'm not saying there is no money. I am not saying that, Arnab. Please hear me out. I am saying there is money, but you also have to remember that the pension bill of the defense forces today amounts to 54,000 crores per annum, and which is about half percentage point of GDP. And the pension and the ratio of pensioners to serving defense personnel is 1.7, which is 3 times higher than for the civil services. In the civil services, the ratio of civil pensioners to civil
obviously, because they retire early. One point. Sir, this argument does not hold. This argument does not hold. It does not hold. Santosh Mehrotra, it does not hold. It does not hold. Let me tell you why. I have one question here. One sec. Calm down, gentlemen. I have one question here. You say, oh my God, there are so many pensioners.
Bad sound.
Reduce your family.
1 second. One minute. Just 1 minute. Professor Mehrotra says 1.7 to 1 is the ratio of pensioners to serving personnel. But Professor Mehrotra, the serviceman retires early, but he also gives up the best years of his life. A Jawan enters the army at the age of 18, he retires over the age of 40.
Arnab, they get re-employed. First of all, Arnab, they get re-employed. Point 1.
They do not get re-employed.
That's
an absolute fallacy.
Point 2.
That's a lie. Sorry.
No, if you don't hear me out, you cannot understand the argument.
If there was any truth in it, I would have kept quiet. This is a blatant lie.
Arnab, let me answer this.
Absolute
I'm sorry,
blatant lie.
the point that I would like to make
There is no level.
just because the bill is so big when compared to that of the IAS, are you wanting to starve the military
No, of
veterans?
course not.
I'm
Of
sorry,
course
we are
not.
not
That's
prepared
not
to
the
accept
point.
that. Secondly, let me bring out some facts
Arnab.
and figures. As far
One at
as
a time,
the-
one at a time. Yeah, go ahead,
Let
go
me
ahead.
bring
One
out
at a
some
time.
facts and figures.
Arnab.
In 2007-8 budget, Chidambaram gave 60,000 rupees, 60,000 crores for the agriculturists. It ultimately went on to 71,000 crores. And that very year's budget, 2.79 lakhs were written off from the taxes and incomes that were due.
Professor Saab, I have a
Second thing which
question.
I want to bring out,
Let's get the
FICCI
full
has
screen.
brought out a report in which 2011 October to 2012 September, all the details of the corruption cases which were reported only in the press, not including 2G, the CWG scam, as well as the mining scam, and those not reported were computed. 346 billion rupees was the amount that was lost. No problem. Take the case of the corporate world. The amount of money that has been, that is a result of
Brigadier.
the loss of the taxes is 62,398.6
Brigadier,
crores.
Brigadier, may I come
My
in with a
quest-
more basic
My
point?
small question
no,
is,
to
you
the
have
politicians.
no problem with any
No,
of this
watch out,
expenditure.
to the politicians
you have a
tonight.
problem when it comes to
Brigadier Mahalingam.
8,300 crores for the
Brigadier
military.
Mahalingam, let's understand. An argument presented by Santosh Mehrotra is also the argument, by the way, which the government puts in private. And what is that argument? That argument is that, oh my God, it's not 8 to 10,000 crore rupees per year. It's a recurring annual cost, right? Which you will have for eternity. 1 second. And that is going to add to your fiscal burden. And 4-5 years from now, you'll have a Greece-like situation. Can you hear me, Santosh Mehrotra?
Sorry.
Can you hear me? No, watch.
Sorry, Arnab.
Just a point.
Sorry, Arnab, that is not the case. Take the case of military veterans. Most of them are past 70 years. They are going to live for another 10 years at the most. Then do you mean to say that the government cannot afford? Let me also quote
Professor Saab, the living age of a
Secretary
soldier
of the
is
Government of
57
India
years. It has
is
been given
on
by the
record
Pay Commission.
at the Koshari
If there are
Committee
odd figures who are
when he
living 70
went
years,
out
you
and
can't
said
tell
that
that
the
every
annual
all
increase
Fauji,
in defense
each Fauji is living
budget
70 years. It
for
is only
because of
57
this
years old.
pension is 10%. So is the government and the country saying that they cannot afford?
Professor Saab, your
10%
figure are, I'm sorry.
increase
No,
in the
that's not
country?
Professor, that's Brigadier Mahalingam.
Let me
What's
tell
a
you, your figures are wrong.
Brigadier, I have a simple question here, and please just hear me. I hope Santosh Mehrotra can hear me because I'm countering him tonight, but I'm not sure. If you can hear me, just do a thumbs up. You can hear me, right? Otherwise, let's get it on the foldback. My question is very simple. My question is, what is the recurring cost of political populism, of electoral populism? This month, so it's not only that you have a recurring cost as far as the veterans are concerned. The government can spend Sunil Alagh, come into the debate. Why pull yourself back? The government can spend 1.25 lakh crores as part of its special package for Bihar. Let's say 50,000 on that is the premium, that is an election premium. Let's say there are 3 state elections of this scale every year, and the government of India therefore incurs, as part of its strategy to win over the vote in big states, 100,000 rupees a year. There is 100,000 rupees a year, Sunil Alagh, that are spent by the government simply in political populism, in electoral strategies for vote bank politics. And there is 8 to 10,000 crore rupees a year that will be spent for one rank, one pension. How come you have the money to get votes, but not the money for the veterans? Sunil Alagh, give me an economic logic to that. Give me an economic logic. How come you get the money? Okay, how come you get the money for vote bank politics, but not for the veterans?
No.
Yeah.
Let me just, at the very beginning, I want to say that my wife's parents were part of the INA and Netaji's army. I have cousins and nephews who are in the army, so I'm all for OROP. Okay, now let's get that out of the way first. So I'm not an economist here. I'm actually personally concerned. But let me try and explain, or try to explain, what could have held the Prime Minister up. And the lack of communication is causing all this problem
Lack of
altogether
communication
now.
with whom?
You're right. That if you can give 50,000
I will tell
crores
you the
or
truth then. I will
40,000
tell you
crores,
the
one
truth.
second. Arnab, you've asked me a question. One
Who's
second,
not
please,
communicating
yaar, can I
with
just
whom?
answer the question? I've been quiet all along. Just listen to me. All right, I am just turning around and saying that Arnab has asked, how can you give 40,000 or 1 lakh crores to Bihar, or you can give a package which is a one-off. Look, 10,000 or 12,000 crores which the government has to give to bring the OROP to 2014 or 2015 level is never been a problem. It's not been a problem from day one. Where does the problem start? The 55,000 crores plus 12,000 which brings you to 2015 or 10 gets to 65,000. In 3 years, this is going to become a lakh. And after 3 years, it's going to, with the 6th pay commission, it becomes on a geometric rise. Now, all that they are debating is the nation
Ajay Kumar,
it is not a fallacy.
Not correct.
Sorry, this is not a fallacy.
Let me
The
finish.
defense minister
Just
has
let me
done
finish.
it. The
numbers
I, as the
right
managing
first.
director of
Completely
Britannia,
have to
when I
first get
retired
the
in
numbers right.
2003,
Otherwise,
you guys won't let me finish, yaar.
Totally
Sunil
wrong.
is
What's
right.
the point? No, 1 second.
Clueless,
Can I just finish?
talking.
Can I just finish? If you tell everybody that, look, 2015 we are stopping here and we are going to increase it by 10% every year, I think that would be the solution. But it's too late and it's going to be too little now. If I got 2 crores a year in 2003 as MD and an MD gets 10 crores in now in
Okay,
7,
Sunil Alagh,
2008,
Sunil Alagh.
why I entitle myself
Sunil
to a pension of
Alagh,
10 crores?
Sunil
That's
Alagh,
the
I have a
question
simple
which we have
question
to
for you.
understand.
I have a
And I'm
simple question
supporting
for
the
you.
army
No,
because I'm
one
part of
second.
the armed forces.
Sunil Alagh.
That is the debate.
Sunil
That
Alagh.
is the debate. I'm not supporting it.
Sunil Alagh,
Somebody
listen to
asked
me.
what is holding it up.
Arey bhai,
This is
listen to
holding
me.
it up.
Listen to me, Sunil
This is
Alagh.
the question that everybody is asking.
Listen to me, Sunil Alagh.
Absolutely right.
Sunil
Sunil is
Alagh,
right.
one second.
listening.
I'm coming to Ajay Kumar next. Here's simple
Waffle.
logic. Here's simple
Arnab.
logic. No, one second. Ajay Kumar, Ajay Kumar, before I come to you, simple point in counter to Sunil Alagh, and then you can come in. Suppose Sunil Alagh is 80 years old and he has served in 3 wars. The 1962 war, 65 war and 71 war. Sunil Alagh, imagine you are 80 years old. You have served in 3 wars. I'm not saying 47, 48 because you'd be too young then, but you've served in 62 at the start of your career, in 65 and in 71. And Sunil Alagh, when you were a young man, in 1973, pensions were cut. So my question is it or is it not true that at the age of 80 you will be asking yourself, having given your best years and risked your life for this country, you'll say, I suffered the most as a result of the cut in pensions in 1973. Veterans of 47, 48 may not be around today, but there are veterans of 62. 1 minute. Veterans of 65. There are veterans of 71, all of whom would be 70 and above. If one rank, one pension was meant to address these cuts, why hasn't it been implemented yet? Now listen to me, Sunil. I know fiscal deficit. Fiscal burden cannot be an excuse for the non-implementation
Arnab, I'm agreeing with you. You asked a question.
Fiscal burden cannot be an excuse for the non-implementation of something that is kept in waiting for 42 years.
You asked a question on what is delaying it.
That's a fair
Arnab,
point.
I'm
42
only
years.
answering what is delaying it. I'm not answering that it is going to be withheld.
Sunil Alagh.
Mr. Modi will uphold whatever commitment he has made.
Okay,
but you asked a question, what is holding it up?
Don't
They are
tell
trying
me
to
that.
work this
Don't
out.
tell me that.
That's all I'm saying. I am
42
all
years.
for it. Look, I'm all
42
for
years.
it. I'm not. You asked what is holding it up.
42
This is holding
years.
it up for them
I'm
to
sorry.
work it out.
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Modi has made a commitment.
Arnab.
He's going to stand by it. It's going to happen. But the longer he takes, it's going to be too late. That's all
Okay,
I'm saying.
Ajay Kumar,
Please
Ajay Kumar.
understand what I'm saying.
Mr.
Ajay Kumar.
Mehrotra, you are
Ajay Kumar.
listen.
Ajay Kumar, yeah.
Arnab,
Yeah.
Arnab, and please indulge me for a minute. I've been quiet for the past 30 minutes.
Sure.
Look, I'm going to leave my political cap for a minute. If there is the next pay commission is coming, I've been a civil servant also. So if you delay the next pay commission recommendations, I can promise you that all the ORP will get implemented. So you delay, you say that you will not implement the next pay commission till you resolve the issue of OROP. There is no question because this is where the
That's not the
obstacles are
issue.
coming in.
One sec, let me complete.
Let me complete. One sec.
Let him complete.
Arnab, he knew
One
all the
sec.
things.
Can I
Mr.
complete?
Ajoy Kumar knew the formula. I was sitting over it all these 60 years. And Mr. Ajoy Kumar,
Sambit Patra,
for the last
you have been promising Mongolia 10,000 crores.
For the last
You're saying that the Prime Minister will keep his promise.
for last
10,000 crores to Mongolia.
Since we have to
Please stop the
10,000
Congress
crores
and
to Mongolia,
BJP.
1,25,000
nothing to do with your
and you
party.
still have the
Sins that we are watching today.
You still have the
Your
audacity
sins that
to
we have
talk
to
on this
answer and
channel.
face today.
Surprising.
And you have the audacity
you
of
have
teaching us the
you
formula.
have the gum
If you
shop.
knew the formula,
Mr.
if you
Sambit
all knew the
Patra, you
formula,
have the
why were
gum
you
shop.
sitting over the formula for all
After
these
giving
years?
125
In
crores to
1973, it was
and
Indira
10,000
Gandhi's government.
and was the political debate.
Which did
And
the
then you
pension
said
cut.
not a political debate.
You are talking about Mongolia.
Sambit Patra and
Mr. Patra, why do you make it every time political?
come on.
Just hold on.
It's not an inter-party debate. We are talking about ORP. We are not talking about party
It's
debate.
not. Please.
I just want to.
One sec, Dr.
GJ Singh, GJ Singh. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ajay Kumar.
Yes.
GJ Singh,
I want
GJ
to.
Singh.
I want to speak.
The government can always find money.
I want to.
The government can always delay the pay commission.
Ajay,
You'll find the results coming in.
Ajay, one
My
moment.
question is, no, one sec. I'm saying that
Ajay, one
government can
moment.
always find
I want to tell the truth.
I'll give an
Ajay,
example.
your
Arnab,
party
one second.
also disappointed the defense forces.
Ajay.
Ajay, it's all right for you.
We have not voted
Disappointed
on
the
that.
defense forces.
My question
I
is,
just want to-
Ajay Kumar, one second. Can you all? Ajay Kumar, stop. Ajay Kumar, stop. Now, you know, I listen
are
to
wasting
1 minute. No, I
our
must set the record straight
over
on this
politics.
one. It is not just, this goes to Ajay Kumar. It's all right for you to stand here. It's not just the BJP and the bureaucracy that is parroting the technical difficulties argument, even though you are sitting here now prettily claiming that you announced OROP during the vote on account in February 2014. You parroted 1 second, Ajay. Listen to the truth. If it's harsh for you, still listen to it. You don't like it, still listen to it. And or if you can counter me factually, do that.
agree. Go ahead.
Speaking over me is not an answer. The question is this:
Arnab,
the
let me
defense
tell you-
ministry.
let me
No,
tell you
I
how
want to tell
dangerous
the
it is to
Congress
delay
this.
it.
The defense ministry during the Congress party's tenure repeatedly pleaded helplessness. The finance ministry said in a submissions to the petitions committee of the upper house of parliament, "Paisa nahi hai. We don't have the money." The Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions opposed, 1 minute, opposed one rank, one pension to the Petitions Committee of the Upper House of Parliament in 2011. A UPA GOM in 2005 said, fresh after the election victory in 2005, you were so super confident. Why did you need the veterans then? You said, no, forget it. There's no ROP happening. You sit here 10 years later and you want to give a lecture on where the money will be found from. First, plead guilty tonight.
One sec.
First, plead guilty tonight. And you want Rahul Gandhi to parachute down to Balancourt to stand with the forces.
One sec,
You want him to go to Balancourt and stand with the forces and get a photo opportunity tomorrow?
I got your question.
Please understand.
I heard you and I got a question. So there's no question. One second.
So don't take a high moral ground.
Can you come in now?
1 minute.
Simple.
It is a national security point.
One person at a time. One person at a time. It's only Major Singh with Ajay Kumar. Major Singh with Ajay Kumar.
Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. Arnab,
There is a point related to national security which you are not raising here, Arnab. Let me ask you to
Ajay,
raise this
listen.
question,
Ajay,
please.
listen.
1 sec, sir.
Ajay, listen to the veteran. Listen to the veteran.
I'll just take. Okay, go ahead.
Arnab, there is a national security point which you are not raising here. Arnab, listen to me 1 second, please. There is a national security related point which you are missing here, which is very important and sensitive. You are forgetting that half the generation, the previous generation is veteran and the present generation is serving in forces. And on 14th of August, what has happened on the Jantar Mantar, even the serving officers and the Jawans are very sensitive towards it. Can you please imagine somebody who is right now saving the country on line of control is actually also worried about his father who's sitting there at the Jantar Mantar, that tomorrow perhaps he is facing the bullets there at line of control, and tomorrow perhaps there will be another danda there on his father. Can you imagine the emotional dilemma he must be into?
Let Sambit answer that.
Please.
Let Sambit answer that.
I just want
Let Sambit answer that.
That was a ghastly scene.
Let Sambit answer that.
Arnab.
No, one second. Let Sambit answer that. No. Sambit answer that. Watch. GJ Singh, I'll come to you. I just want one person at a time. I know the facts tonight. Gentlemen, I have said tonight, don't teach me fiscal burden. Fiscal burden cannot be a reason for the non-implementation of OROP. Sambit, answer tonight. You didn't even tell me the reason.
Let me offer a
Sambit,
solution.
Sambit.
Let me offer a solution.
Sambit, remember one thing, Sambit. 85%.
I want to speak, but I don't want to speak over anyone.
Yes, okay. You're being very polite tonight. Yes, Sambit, go ahead.
There is a third way forward.
Go ahead.
Forward. If you were to hear me out.
Santosh, I'll come to you. Yeah. Sambit.
No, you are absolutely right when you say that whatever happened at Jantar Mantar on 14th August was ghastly, was absolutely wrong. It was very painful. There's no second words to it. I mean, there's no second thought to it. And the Home Ministry, in fact, had to intervene. The Delhi police was called. The officers, in fact, the concerned officers who had ordered, I gather, have been transferred. So this is something which no one can justify. It should not be justified. And I'm absolutely, if you believe that our apology is something that you really would help out.
He is not regularly in touch
No,
with
I agree.
what is happening in the
I agree to that.
I
agree with that. There is no
again your drama. Bharatiya Janata Party's Parvachan and all. Stop this drama, yeah.
The Congress should not speak. I'm speaking to the veterans. The Congress should be quiet in a corner.
Except you made a mistake.
The Congress, the ones whose sins we are washing today, the ones who are responsible for the sin, in fact, the Congress party. The Congress should not interject. I'm talking to the veterans.
Again, you
I'm talking to the veterans.
Okay, now, Ajay, this is upsetting me. Ajay, this is upsetting me. One person at a time. Even I.
You are in power for 40 years. You did nothing about the OROP. And
What
today
is
you're
the
questioning me
for the one rank, one pension? That is the only question.
Arnab.
Do not waffle, please.
Wait, no, one second. The patience is running out. Don't you see this, Sambit, tonight? You can't keep asking for more time. Narendra Modi and Wing Commander CK Sharma.
Congress has not done that, and you are worried about that. So why are you not taking any decision, sir?
Well, everyone's asking that. I've not got a single answer tonight. You've got an emergency meeting going on. Nobody can tell me today.
Economic solution.
By the way,
the Prime Minister himself has said. The Prime Minister himself has said that I keep the tricolor as a witness. I promise that within a short span of time, the OROP would be rolled out, and we have to have faith on a Prime Minister who is an ardent worker,
and this is a hard worker who understands the
reason for the delay.
Mr. Congress spokesperson should stop preaching. The Congress spokesperson should absolutely
Wing Commander CK Sharma. Wing Commander CK Sharma.
In 2002, Sonia Gandhi promised OROP in Chandigarh. Mr. Congress spokesperson, in 2002, Sonia Gandhi promised about OROP in Chandigarh. What happened for 10 long years? Why could you not deliver OROP? And here you are preaching. Don't politicize this debate. Don't politicize this debate. We have senior veterans over here. Please let them discuss. Don't politicize.
You're talking about strong Prime Minister, strong government. Without the RSS, you wouldn't have done it. Today, the RSS has to interfere. It's all over the news.
Forget it.
So what are you talking?
Can you please forget this?
You're telling that the government is strong.
CK Sharma.
Thankfully, if you say it is the RSS which is getting the things done, I'm proud of the RSS then. I'm proud of the RSS about which Rahul Gandhi does not hold a good view. Today the country is seeing what RSS is then.
Gentlemen.
Without RSS, आप लोग हिलेंगे नहीं.
Gentlemen, 1 second. Ajay Kumar. Now,
those who have 10
come on, pull back. Ajay Kumar. Sambit, remember. Sambit Patra, you are not responding because of RSS. I hate to burst the bubble there. It is not because of the RSS that the government is responding. It is not. Let's not give credit where it is not due. It is because of the veterans. It is because of the people of this country. It is because tonight, no, tonight, and I want to get in the Ajay Kumar, Ajay, you have done enough. Ajay, remember this.
Ajay Kumar, don't do this.
Ajay Kumar, what are you doing? Ajay Kumar, hear me for a minute. Please understand this. The only reason why the government is under pressure in this manner today, because I'm telling you, this kind of pressure which they had, if the government had shown the same urgency as they should, in trying to get the GST bill passed. Where is the same urgency to implement OROP? How is GST more important than OROP? You're thinking of calling a special session of parliament to somehow get the GST bill passed. You promulgated an ordinance to try and get the land acquisition bill on 3 occasions, and you say it is not pro-corporate. Reports say you're contemplating a 4th ordinance on the land ordinance bill. Where is the same urgency in implementing OROP? This sight, Sambit, you're not understanding. This sight of armed forces veterans going on hunger strike is really unfortunate, given how veterans are revered and worshipped for their service to the nation in other countries. Now, if you're responding, it's not because of RSS. No, it is because, and I go to Wing Commander K Sharma, who looks upset tonight at the way this debate is progressing. It is only and only because the political parties and the government know the sentiments of people of this country. People are with the forces in this. They feel they have been denied. Wing Commander K Sharma. Wing Commander.
Yes, you are right. People are with the forces, and I am telling you,
all I need to
from
ask
far
over here,
places, these civilians, from far away places, civilians are coming to Jantar Mantar to show their support. And by the action on the 14th of August, everybody, youngsters especially, are too much sensitive towards the veterans, and they have shown their solidarity time
Wing
and
Commander
again.
K Sharma.
Asking me, sir, tell me, how do I come and support you?
DP, if I may
let me also tell you, sir, let me also politely tell you here that if there is a situation, sir, let me tell you, let me complete one thing. If there is a situation like ISIS in India, there will not be even 24 hours you will take to implement OROP or something like that. It is just because of the Fauji's, it is just because of these veterans you are surviving, you are breathing the fresh air, and you are,
Arnab, if I may focus,
taking them indispensable.
Arnab, I would like to focus back to the reason why we are here tonight. Can someone please give me the reason why OROP is not being released? Everybody's waffled about political nonsense. I want to know, why is the release not being done? I can only paraphrase Churchill's words.
Surprisingly,
that this looks like a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. Nobody can tell me why it is not being given.
Not a single
answer.
Can I say something?
No, one sec. I want. Does anyone have an answer on this panel tonight?
Yes, I have an answer.
Why this has been delayed? No, 1 second.
I have an answer.
Yes.
No, Santosh Mehrotra. I'll come to you. Let's hear the answer. Let's counter it then. Santosh Mehrotra, what's the reason? Come on, explain to us. Let's debate it.
You see, there was an alternative which the government should have followed, which was recommended by the 5th Pay Commission and reinforced by the 6th Pay Commission, which is the following: that about 40,000 Defence Forces personnel retire every year, while at the same time, paramilitary, the Indian paramilitary forces, central paramilitary forces, recruit about 35,000 people. If there was lateral absorption of retirees from the army into the paramilitary forces, there will be 4 benefits that will emerge. 1, all the military personnel will get re-employment.
What?
Second, we will be providing trained manpower to the government departments.
This has never been executed. Why are we wasting time on it?
We
something that's just
the
not
whole
been done.
world does it. China does it.
Great.
United States. The
But
whole
for 20
world
years
does it.
it's not
That's
been done.
exactly
Why are we
what should be
focusing on
done.
that? Nobody's
Because
going to
you
do it
will
for
be
you.
because you have to hear me out, sir. I've been hearing you out.
No,
this
I
is the
agree
way
with
to
you, but
reduce
they're not
the
going to do
pension.
it. It's never been
Excuse me,
done.
sir. I wasn't speaking when you were speaking.
No.
You have to hear me out.
You're making a wrong point.
No, I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
The 5th Pay Commission was wrong. The 6th Pay Commission was wrong.
No,
everybody
they
was
were not
you
wrong,
people
but the
are right.
execution wasn't
I'm sorry.
there. Why?
The whole world is wrong. The whole world does this.
No.
Israel
You're
does
wrong.
this.
You are wrong on
United
that.
States, China,
The execution was not
everybody
there.
does
Why
this.
are you claiming that
That's
it's there?
exactly what is done. That they
It has
get
never been
re-employment
executed.
in the
Not till today.
paramilitary forces.
Not even
and the
1% or lateral absorption.
Well, that is not happening. It's a tragedy. It's a mistake. It should happen.
So why are we talking about what happened 20 years ago? Let's
No,
talk
I'm
today.
talking about what should happen in the future, sir. This is going to be
It's
the
no
way
answer,
forward.
Professor.
Otherwise, the Defence
Professor-
Forces pension bill
Professor
is going to go on
Santosh
increasing
Mehrotra.
in precisely
Professor-
the way
Professor-
precisely
one
the
second,
way
one
it
second,
was
one second.
done.
theory, I
Professor
don't
Santosh
agree on
Mehrotra.
that.
Professor Santosh Mehrotra.
Yes, I'm
You
listening.
are a very experienced man. 1 second.
I want to-
Watch it. No, watch it. He's a very experienced man. You've been former Director General of the Research Planning Institute of the Planning Commission. You've been in the rank of Secretary of India. You are Professor of Economics at JNU. Suppose I ask you one question.
Sir.
That Professor Mehrotra you are entitled to a certain pension, say, hypothetically, after you retire from JNU. But I say, I'll not give you the pension. First, you give it in writing that you'll serve 10 more years in another capacity, not of your own volition, but because I just feel that you need to serve those 10 more years to get your pension. Will you do it? Will you have your individual trial curtailed? By the way, Professor Mehrotra, second question is, Professor Santosh Mehrotra, suppose your name is Colonel Santosh Mehrotra, and you are 80 years old, and you've served in the 62 and 65 and 71 war, and there was a cut in pensions in 1973, and you have waited 43 years after that for justice to be done to you.
And now we've been told
What would you do? What would you do? And you don't know what? And you are on strike at Jantar Mantar. You are on strike at Jantar Mantar. What would you do? What would you do, sir?
I'm going to answer both your questions.
How long would you wait, sir?
No, there is no question of waiting. I would give the OROP right now. But it would not mean that there will be a continuous increase forever and ever.
It is
That's the point.
No, it is not.
It has been worked out.
There was an imbalance. There was an imbalance. Sir, I didn't interrupt you while you were speaking.
You do not even have the inputs.
Please do not interrupt me while I'm speaking.
No, let him speak. He has the right to counter you. It's an open debate. Sorry, Professor. I'm letting Wing Commander counter you. Yes, Wing Commander counter it.
No, but let me finish the point I'm making.
Theoretical hypothesis that it will keep increasing every year.
Of course it
has been. Please listen. Your mathematics are totally wrong because you haven't got the inputs. It has been proved that for the first 3 years, there will be a reduction of first year it will be 0.87, next year it will be 0.7, third year it will be 0.6%, and fourth year there will be nil increment, zero. Because most people will have reached their maximums in pay, which you don't understand. After having got the 3% every year, they cannot get any more increments. And besides the fact that people will have died by then, and you'll find that it is not my paper, this is the Raksha Mantri's paper. Read it. He's written it.
The fact remains
good point.
People will...
Please stay with the Raksha Mantri. We have faith in him.
If 80% of military personnel retire between the ages of 35 and 40, this is going to continue. This
negative.
Is the main problem.
They are not already there.
Okay.
Already there.
Sunil Alagh.
This is a problem that has...
Can I just come in for 1 minute?
Sunil Alagh.
The world over, the problem is resolved
mathematical
by their
waffle.
lateral absorption.
There is nothing that's going to increase.
Okay, Sunil Alagh.
Their lateral absorption is the way forward.
Sunil Alagh, if I am hearing one argument tonight... the argument I am hearing tonight...
The only way out of this, General, I'm on your side. General, I'm on your side.
You give us lateral absorption.
No, just 1 second. The only solution is, like Arnab pointed out in the beginning, if they keep about 1 lakh crores. 1 second, General, please hear me out. General, I'm speaking for you. I'm speaking for you. General, if they take 1 lakh crores today, keep it out and keep it in a fixed deposit of 10%, this will double in 7 years and take care of everything. Give a one-off of 1 lakh, not 10,000 crores. Put 1 lakh crores into a thing which earns 10% interest. It will double in 8 years and treble and treble and treble.
Sunil Alagh, Sunil Alagh,
one-off of 1 lakh,
Mr. Alagh, 1 second.
It will take care of all your pensions.
Mr. Alagh, you are now talking like a politician.
Mr. Alagh, economic solution which will take care of OROP forever.
Mr. Alagh, listen to me. If it is so simple, why has it not been done so far? I know politicians are very good at one-off. You go to Bihar, 1,25,000.
Look,
tomorrow you'll go to Assam, you go to West Bengal, you say this much. Why has it not been done so far?
I'm with you on that. Arnab, in politics, why it's not being done?
This is being resisted by the IPS and the IAS. That's why it's not being done.
A lot of hurdles must have been put. The Prime Minister has made a commitment.
Arnab, you're going to hear the professor now.
The only solution which I can offer
what he's stating is the truth.
And I'm sure it will be done. Because the Prime Minister is not going to go back on his word. That's for sure.
Sir, let me say one thing. Let the government hold its hand to its heart. Let the government hold its hand to its heart and say tonight that the...
all for the army.
Sir, let the government hold its hand to its heart and say the IAS lobby is not one reason why this is held back. or the civil servant lobby is not
The
one
IPS
reason why it
lobby.
is held back. Let us be honest today. And if that is the reason, we need to know. But if somebody tells me that there's a fiscal burden issue, that can't be the only issue. And finally, I just have one thing to say, Sambit.
It's not
Remember
the only
this.
issue.
No, one second. It takes 2 months for parliamentarians, including the BJP, to come together, show tremendous unity in parliament, to overturn a Supreme Court judgment that prevents jailed parliamentarians from contesting elections. That unity is not there in implementing OROP. Now the argument we are hearing tonight is a bizarre argument. We can't give you one rank, one pension because there are too many of you. And we can give ourselves 100% pay raise in parliament because there are too little of us. So parliamentarians are not that many, so you give 100% raise. There are too many veterans, and so we can't afford that money. But we made a promise, and today people are watching. As I go into the break, one word, as the Congress representative not here, Rahul Gandhi goes to the LOC tomorrow or somewhere there. I don't know why he's going there. Easy to get yourself, into that kind of photo bomb situation and try and get a photo opportunity, then look back and see what you did. Let's see what the government does on this one. The debate is intense. The passions are running high. And why shouldn't they? We're tracking this story tomorrow. Let's see if the government closes this. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 1.